The job market's so shit, I gave myself a job. Right now, that job is YouTube. It'll be a lifelong job, of course. Good starter for sure. That's why I'm so relentless with this shit. You know, I have many people in my comment section sometimes tell me, Gordon, how do you do it? Many friends tell me too, Gordon, how are you so consistent with the YouTube stuff, man? How do you keep coming back? Well, it's a blessing and a curse in disguise. And probably this is a hardship. Hardship in the sense of, as we know, the job market isn't nearly as easy as it once was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you could just apply to a job in any job website, get the job in a matter of minutes. How do I know this? Because I have family members who've applied for jobs during those times when they were of age, of course. I wasn't too young to apply for a job. And they get a job easily. As we know now, you could apply to like 4,000 jobs. I'm not even exaggerating, unfortunately. And you still can't get a job. Facts, right? And I'm an honest guy. I've been unemployed for a year and 6 months. I've done everything. I've gone to job interviews in person. I've called people online to see if I can get a job. I've done it all, bro. I've emailed all of it. Name it, I've probably done it. There was all rejections. The interviews that I did get, which is recent, rejection as well. So I'm like, fuck. Well, I know I'm a hardworking guy. I wouldn't say I'm the smartest guy in the shed, but I educate myself to be smart in most areas of life. You know, that zones needed to thrive, if you will. I'm not a dumb guy and I'm not going to just waste my time being unemployed, sitting my ass and doing nothing. So let me chase that childhood dream I always had to become a YouTuber. I'm pursuing that. And it's a great run. The only problem is we are growing very, very slowly. I mean, as of this recording, I've been doing YouTube for about 3 years and let's say 4 months. Quite a long time. It's taking quite long to grow. I think this is my 952nd video, maybe 53rd or 4th. I have about 348 subscribers. And I mean, growth is very, very slow. That's the only problem. Right? So as you saw by the title, I gave myself a job. Cool. Right? And I did technically. But I'm not employed. I'm not employed at the moment. In the sense of I'm not monetized on YouTube. But I still like to have the identity of YouTube as my job. I'm working on this shit. And that's if any big dream you have. Me, I don't like to wait for the money to come in to start saying I'm working a job. But I'm working a job now. It's just that to eventually get the payment, you have to put some time into prior to doing it. Like a football player. They don't just get hired just because they say they want to do it. Sorry. Hiccups. They say it and they get the job because they were training since they were children when they were like 6. And then they turn 18, they get their big break, they get their first salary. Their yearly contract. That might be 500k a year for the beginner, which is very good pay, by the way, for an 18-year-old. Same with music. You don't just say, I want to be a musician, and then you suddenly get the role. No, you need to put in some work, put in some music, put some singles out, maybe an album or two. You get a role. Same with any other line of work, and it's no different with YouTube. I'm learning cybersecurity right now in my spare time to learn another skill. And the same thing applies with that. You don't just suddenly say, oh, I'm into cybersecurity, give me a job. They're not going to give it to you. You have to learn, teach yourself about tech, the fundamentals, how to ethical hack, do a few courses online, pay for it even. I used to try hack me. You know, do the course, have a certificate, build up some certificates, show proof you can hack, you get a role. Same with YouTube. I'm working my way up. Guys, this is nothing new to me. I've been doing YouTube since I was 12 years old. Not on this channel, but my first ever channel, that was when I was 12. Second ever channel was when I was 14. Made this channel at 16, but still going strong. That's 8 years of experience in the game. I'm not a naturally good speaker, you know? I always had a speech impediment. I'd be taken up during mid lesson in high school, okay, not high school, primary school, to do speech and language therapy classes. And I look back and it's been very helpful for me. You know, they'd have the whiteboards, swap the word, just simple words like on, in, the. And they always flip the whiteboards. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of fun. And I implement the same method when I learn other languages. Very similar things, you know? I speak French fluently. I speak Spanish fluently. I'm on the cusp of becoming fluent in German by the end of this year. Nearly done that Duolingo course, man. And I'm learning Japanese simultaneously too. It's a bit off topic. Not really. It's kind of lingo wise, and it matches to what I'm talking about, right? And but I'll pursue Portuguese again because I have a few connections in terms of ethnicity with that, being half Angolan and all. But that's for another video. But even then, if you want to talk about the language stuff, if you want to be a qualified language teacher, well, first you have to actually know the language and know all the ins and outs of it, the grammar, the speech, all of that stuff, man. Method, all that stuff, man. And prove yourself. Do a few, maybe the path is university. But you get the point. You have to put in a certain amount of work before you do get monetized. Now, yes, some of you may say there are exceptions, like Cristiano Ronaldo, who made his YouTube channel in a week and he got paid and it's monetized on YouTube. Does he need to rely on the YouTube income? Fuck no. He's a football billionaire. But to even get to that point, he still had to put in the work on his football career and live those broke, shitty days where he didn't really look his best to finally become one of the richest, high-paying athletes to grace planet Earth. He started to put in his work. It's no different with YouTube or any other venture I decide to pursue. I need to put in some work, build up the merit, work our way up, and eventually employment comes. But I don't like to see that not getting money straight away as a reason to say, oh, I'm just unemployed. Because technically I do have a job, YouTube. I just don't get paid on it. Technically, I have been working on YouTube for 8 years. I just haven't been paid yet. So, unemployed on paper, yes, but I do have a job. I'm just not monetized on it yet. That's all. That's my take. And I like the take because it's optimism, man. Me just saying I have no job entirely. Just a bit sad, It's just kind of doomer in a way. I don't really like it. Just gives off a negative perception I don't like. Now, I am keeping this channel the low key. My family don't know about it just yet, but they will know. I'll let them know. When I do eventually become monetized, I'll let them know eventually, of course. It's inevitable. But yeah, that's my mindset and my approach on things. The job market is very shit. It's very hard to get a job. And it's taught me to become DIY and find and experiment in ways to try to thrive myself. It's not reliant on the system. It's a big fuck you to society making money online. They don't like that. They don't like you traveling to all these places. They want you stuck in that one same office. Fuck you. Because these are the same jobs that will be quick to replace you. Oh, we're a family. No, we're fucking shut the fuck up. They said that in my job interview 3 weeks ago. Some chick said it. She was a bad chick, by the way. She was really bad, but bro, any job says to you your family run. And I made a video about that about a week ago. About a week ago? I'm joking. It's not 2015 anymore. I get. But yeah, the point applies. Any job that tells you your family leave, bro. And one benefit of being unemployed, it forces you to think out the box. If the system is just not working and employment is hard, as unfortunate as it is, it gets you think, all right, cool, that's not working. Let me find different moves. Well, what's my next move? What's my next career move? What am I gonna do? Ooh, stuff they didn't teach you in school. You experiment and you'll flop and flop and flop, find what's for you. Eventually you will get there. Because I've did with YouTube and pursue it wholeheartedly. And the rest will be history. That's how I like to see it. Optimism, man. It's my greatest strength in this life. It's all I have. My life is shit on paper, financially speaking. I have no reason to be happy. But optimism is what keeps me alive. It's what helps me beat depression. It's what helps me beat suicidal thoughts. Optimism, faith, hope, trust in the Lord's plan. Because I ain't died yet, even though I wanted to a few times. And I'm glad I never followed through. Because I'm still here today. God gave me the chance to breathe again. To live to see another day. I don't know what plan He's got in store for me. But I trust in it. I have a bit of a vision of what I want. The picture isn't fully clear, but I definitely know the destination. Now, the path to get there, I'm not sure. I'm still alive to live, to see another day. So that must mean something. I trust in God's plan, and I leave it all in His hands, whilst doing the work myself. You walk with God? Hey, you can never do you wrong.